Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. I am back in Sacramento, California. I am back to work today. I am driving home. Basically, we just went and picked up Scotty, my older dog, from my dad's house. Now I'm driving home to pick the kids up from school. And I don't know, last night was a pretty awesome night. Flying home, reflecting on the whole Click wedding ordeal, going to Ravi's wedding. Something that, me and Ravi were pretty good friends in 2011 when we went to WrestleMania 27. To say that, here in 2024, I was actually invited to, be at his wedding and hang out with him throughout the week. I honestly was really surprised how much time I was able to spend with him. I thought he would have been really, really busy. But we flew home yesterday. We were on the plane. I got to watch the San Francisco 49ers game. And it was once I landed and I was going through the actual tweets from last night, Monday Night Raw in Calgary with Bret the Hitman Hart. I learned that they announced that at Bad Blood, CM Punk would be having a Hell in the Cell match with Drew McIntyre. Honestly, I was hoping that Punk versus McIntyre would be the Hell in the Cell match that they would put on the card. Honestly, the way that Cody beat Solo Sikoa, they did the Kevin Owens match, and then right away Solo Sikoa sort of became the number one contender to Cody Rhodes again. I was kind of fearing that they were going to put Solo Sikoa in the cell with Cody Rhodes. Not that I thought that match would be bad or not worth my time. It just isn't a match that's got a lot of heat that people really care about. Punk versus McIntyre is a feud that's been going on since basically last year's Survivor Series, when Punk came back to the company and McIntyre stormed off from the main event when he made his entrance. And I don't know really when those guys kind of linked up, because it was supposed to be Rollins and Punk for WrestleMania, but I guess after the Royal Rumble is when they started interacting with each other. And then of course at WrestleMania, Punk cost McIntyre the championship on night 2 after he beat Seth Rollins. He was cashed in on by Damian Priest. Honestly, McIntyre, all he had to do was walk away, but he decided it was worth his time to sort of mock CM Punk and hold the championship belt in front of his face. And that's when Punk jumped the barricade, beat him up, and I think that's all Punk wanted to do. And Damian came out and he was basically telling him, like, this is what you deserve. And the feud was off and running from there. I honestly kind of thought that SummerSlam at the same time might be their blow-off match. I thought that, when McIntyre beat Punk, they would sort of go in the directions of Punk versus Rollins, something they've been trying to do since last year at WrestleMania. But they did it again on the Germany show where Punk got his win. Now they're even. Now they're going to go into there. 2010, 2011 is when they added the Hell in the Cell. No, 2008 I think is when they just added Hell in the Cell as a pay-per-view, and they put 3 different Hell in the Cell matches on the card. That to me is basically when WWE sold out on the Hell in the Cell idea. They were in the PG era. There was no blood on that show. I think it was Punk versus Undertaker, and I think Undertaker squashes Punk to say the least. I can't remember the other Hell in a Cell matches that were on there, but a lot of times, you know, they would just have Hell in a Cell on the calendar as a normal WWE pay-per-view, and they sometimes even used Hell in a Cell as the debut match of their feud. I think everybody knows from watching WWE that when a feud starts, it's always going to last 3 months. It's always going to be 3 big matches on pay-per-view. And really, it's, you know, the excitement of the first match, the rematch, and then really who wins the feud is who wins the rubber match, the blow-off. You know, sometimes it's not even somebody, you know, getting the win and making it 2-1. Sometimes they can lose 2 in a row, but they lose the 3rd one, and that's all they really needed. You know, to me, for them to actually build up to a Hell in a Cell match, I think when Bad Blood was named on the calendar to make a return, you know, especially with it being in Atlanta, I think people put it together that it was going to be a Cell match. I think you remember Bad Blood. The one that I remember the most would, I think, be the first one on In Your House, when it was Kane's making his debut during Undertaker versus Shawn. Man, that feels like forever, like the Sandlot ago. But I don't know. It makes me really look forward to the show. Like I said, you know, with Click Mania coming up, you know, just coming off of the Click wedding, you know, it's time to put up or shut up with the wrestling stuff. You know, we're about to throw a lot of money down to have a lot of fun in Click Vegas. So this is definitely something that it gets me excited, and it should be a hell of a show. See what's going on.